Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, we're jumping right in today because we've got an absolutely wild reality to uncover. It's a fascinating phenomenon where everyday modern life and ancient buried history are literally stacked right on top of one another. So imagine this for a second. What if every single step you took in your own neighborhood, walking to the grocery store or dropping the kids off, you were actually crossing over ancient streets built over 4,000 years ago? Seriously, what if the very foundations of your house were resting directly on a lost, forgotten metropolis? For most of us, yeah, that sounds like the plot of some fantasy novel. But across South Asia, this isn't fantasy, it's reality. Beneath these peaceful, bustling modern villages lie the buried remains of one of humanity's greatest, most mysterious early societies, the Indus Valley Civilization. History isn't just buried out in the middle of nowhere. People are living out their daily lives right on top of it. Basically, every modern house, paved road, and farm field is acting like a giant blanket covering up priceless, unseen chapters of our past. Section 1. Hidden in Plain Sight, the Disappearance. Let's wind the clock back. Around 2500 BCE, the Indus Valley Civilization was at its absolute height, covering a massive territory across present-day Pakistan and India. We're talking about a network of thousands of incredibly advanced settlements. But around 1900 BCE, things took a turn, and the civilization began to decline. Over the next few centuries, these sprawling cities slowly just disappeared beneath accumulating layers of soil. Time passed. Eventually, new settlers returned to these super fertile river landscapes, built new villages, and laid down roads, entirely unaware of the magnificent ancient world sleeping just a few feet beneath their boots. Now, you might be wondering, why build exactly on top of the old ruins? Well, there's a pretty brilliant geographical logic to it. Over centuries, the ruined Indus cities formed elevated mounds in these flat plains. Modern settlers were naturally drawn to them because, hey, higher ground means crucial protection from seasonal flooding, plus really stable ground for building. In some mind-blowing instances, villagers even dug up ancient 4,000-year-old bricks right out of the dirt and, without realizing it, used them to build their own modern houses. So the exact same geographic perks that attracted ancient urban planners drew modern folks right to the exact same spots. Section 2. The Archaeologist's Dilemma. And this is where we hit a massive wall, a real clash between scientific curiosity and human reality. Archaeologists, obviously, desperately want to excavate these sites to uncover the secrets of human history. But here's the catch. You simply cannot dig up a living, breathing village. Thousands of people depend on these modern spaces for their homes, their schools, and their livelihoods. It forces researchers into a really delicate, frankly agonizing balancing act between uncovering the past and protecting the present. So we're left with this incredibly frustrating paradox. Some of the most important archaeological discoveries in the world might forever be inaccessible, simply because a whole bunch of people live right on top of them. Researchers are stuck working in tiny, unoccupied patches of land, which means massive sections of these ancient cities are left completely unexplored. It's like having a giant puzzle, but you're only allowed to look at 3 pieces. And the sad truth? The longer this overlap continues, the more we stand to lose. Whenever modern construction inevitably happens, say laying a new water pipe or just expanding a house, we risk permanently damaging those unseen layers. Ancient walls get accidentally destroyed by excavators. Priceless artifacts get tossed out of their original context, which totally strips away their historical meaning. Evidence of ancient societies just vanish forever before it can even be studied. And these aren't just broken rocks. We're talking about lost opportunities to understand how we, as humans, lived and evolved. Now, to put the scale of this into perspective, this isn't just happening in 1 or 2 random towns. Look at this spread. Across a vast territory spanning regions like Punjab, Sindh, Haryana, and Gujarat in modern-day Pakistan and India, hundreds of settlements share this exact same buried fate. The sheer scale of what remains concealed under these unexcavatable areas is staggering. We are literally talking about entire ancient neighborhoods, industrial districts, and grand public spaces, all hiding right under the hustle and bustle of modern South Asian towns. Section 3. Seeing the Invisible. Fortunately, modern science is stepping up to the plate. Archaeologists aren't just stuck with shovels and trowels anymore. They're using some incredibly cool, non-invasive tech. We're talking ground-penetrating radar that sends pulses into the earth to detect buried walls. We've got high-resolution satellite imagery that reveals subtle ancient settlement patterns from space, stuff you literally couldn't see from street level. And then there are magnetic surveys identifying specific features hidden deep beneath farm fields and buildings. It's a real game changer. By utilizing these tools, archaeologists can create highly detailed, comprehensive maps of these buried neighborhoods without moving a single stone or disturbing a single resident. They can literally detect hidden walls from way up above. So, the future of archaeology? Well, it isn't always about digging a hole in the ground anymore. More and more, it's about finding ways to see the invisible. Section 4. Who owns the past? Even with all that cool tech, it really all comes down to this: preserving history versus preserving livelihoods. If a world-changing archaeological discovery is mapped out and absolutely proven to be sitting directly beneath someone's living room, what do we do? Should the discovery take priority? Or does the living community's right to their home trump the science? Neither concern can be ignored, right? Society has to find a cooperative way to respect both the science of our shared past and the everyday survival of the present. The source material powerfully reminds us of the stakes with this quote. Each destroyed layer is a page torn from humanity's shared history, and that really hits the nail on the head. Every loss is profound. Every single time an ancient wall is bulldozed for a modern foundation, a piece of our collective human story is erased forever. It makes the protection of these buried secrets absolutely crucial and incredibly urgent. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this to ponder. Who owns the past? It isn't truly gone, you know? It's waiting, completely silent, right beneath our feet. But when a forgotten world lies waiting directly beneath a living, breathing community, who truly has the right to claim it? Thanks for hanging out with us today, and hey, keep looking closely at the ground beneath you. You never know what kind of history might be holding you up.